Everybody is looking for freedom. Having read Discipline Equals Freedom by Jocko Willing, it can be stated that we all want freedom, but a wide variety of that, such as financial freedom, free time, freedom from chronic pain, and the freedom to work without boundaries. But the surprising part is to answer the issue of where do those freedoms come from? Jocko believes that the answer is the opposite of freedom. He says the answer is discipline. If you want professional freedom, you need the discipline to resist distraction, execute hard projects, and challenge yourself to learn new strategies. If you want to be free of negative thoughts and crippling anxiety, you need the discipline to practice mindfulness every day. The funny truth is that discipline equals freedom. You can see the results of having this method operated in his own life as he's becoming a decorated Navy SEAL, wrote 5 best-selling books in 5 years, and created a YouTube channel with 1 and something million subscribers. Jocko learned a valuable lesson about self-discipline. The more discipline he exercised in the morning, the more discipline he had during the day. Discipline brings more freedom. If you wake up early to work out not because you're forced to, but because you choose to, you'll find that later in the day you can get yourself to do difficult projects, have difficult conversations, avoid junk food, and go to bed early to get good night's sleep. If you start the day with discipline, you're less likely to procrastinate because you'll think to yourself, why would I ruin a good day and give in now? There are 3 keystone morning habits that seem to generate the most discipline for Jocko every day. Wake up before dawn. For Jocko, this means waking up at 4:30 a.m. every day, including weekends, working out and completing a work task he doesn't want to do but knows it'll be good for his career or business. If you adopt these 3 morning habits, you're likely to experience more discipline during the day and ensure future freedom. But getting out of a warm bed, completing a workout, and finishing a challenge task before most people start their day is much easier said than done. That's why Jocko has provided a series of morning strategies and protocols. Tactic number 1: Berserker Mode. An invisible enemy is trying to steal your freedom. Jocko calls this enemy weakness. Weakness attacks with subtle suggestions like just spend a few more minutes in bed or do this task later. When you hear these weak thoughts float into your mind, get pissed off because the enemy is trying to drag you down the easy path and rob you of future freedom. Use that anger to trigger berserker mode like a bull who sees red charge towards the thing you are avoiding, which in the case of your morning routine is usually your workout. Work out like a man or woman possessed hellbent on letting nothing stop. You could magnify the emotional rush you experience in berserker mode by listening to intense music. When your morning alarm goes off, grab earbuds from your nightstand, put them in, and hit play on your Berserker playlist. When you hear your intense song of choice, get off to it and start your morning with the best of discipline. Tactic number 2: Radio silence. Jacob says people sometimes ask me what I say to myself when things get hard. What's my internal dialogue? What do I think about? The answer is simply nothing. When things are tough, I don't say anything to myself. In fact, I try to turn off my brain and let my body function independently. Before you go to sleep, write down the sequence of actions you'll take when you get out of the bed, what clothes you'll put on, what exercises you'll do, in what order, and what work task you'll complete first. Then, when you wake up in the morning, turn off your brain and let your body execute the plan. Imagine you're like a Navy SEAL silently approaching a target. You know the mission. So, unless something significant changes, maintain radio silence and don't alert the enemy. Tactic number 3, laughter. Jaku says laugh at suffering, hardships, and challenges because they can't stand it. When you laugh at a bully at a school, that bully gets frustrated and starts to feel powerless. Likewise, when you laugh at that weak inner voice, encouraging you to take the easy path, it quickly goes silent. The next time you hear the thoughts, I should sleep in, laugh at yourself and think, nice try, weakness. Tactic number 4, not today. There will be mornings you'll wake up feeling terrible and want to skip your morning routine. When this happens, tell yourself, I'll rest tomorrow, not today. Jaku says, I don't like procrastination, but if you feel like you need a break, this is the one thing you should procrastinate. And if then tomorrow comes, you still feel like you need rest or you need a break, then go ahead, take it. But chances are you will realize that the desire to rest was just weakness, and by going through the motions, you overcame that weakness and you stayed on the discipline path right where you belong to. Use these 4 tactics: berserker mode, radio silence, and laughter, and of course not today, to execute the 3 keystone morning habits and kickstart your discipline each day. Now, if you don't have an exercise routine or you don't work out regularly, you might be overwhelmed by the workout portion of your morning routine and avoid the morning routine altogether. So, here's Jaku's beginner workout protocol to help you get started. Your workouts should alternate between 4 types of exercises: pull, push, lift, and squat. Do one of the following each day. Number 1, whole exercise. Do as many pull-ups as you can over the course of 8 sets with 2 minutes of rest between each set. Number 2, push exercise. Do as many push-ups as you can over the course of 8 sets with 2 minutes of rest between each set. Number 3, lift exercise. Hold the handstand against the wall and stop when you experience muscle fatigue, not muscle failure. 8 sets of handstand holds with 2 minutes of rest between each set. Number 4, squat exercise. Do as many forward lunges as you can until you experience muscle fatigue. Rest for 2 minutes, then resume doing forward lunges. Keep cycling between lunging and resting until you complete a total of 50 forward lunges with each leg. Before doing any of these exercises, it is wise to warm up by doing 25 jumping jacks to get your blood flowing. Okay, now if you are too sore or too sick to do any of these workouts, it's critical that you still do something, either do a lighter version or stretch or go for a walk. The important thing is to keep your routine in place in the end. Without self-discipline, people will tell you what you have to do. Pain will dictate your day, and ruminating thoughts will control your mind. If you want freedom, you need to be self-disciplined. Generate more self-discipline throughout the day by starting your day with 3 keystone habits. First, wake up an hour earlier than you usually do by going to bed an hour earlier. Maintain your early wake-up time every day, including weekends, to keep your sleep pattern consistent. Number 2, work out. If you're feeling weak or burnt out, stretch or do something light, but never break the routine. Number 3, after your workout, complete a work task you don't want to do, but you know it will be good for your career or your business. Jaku says, discipline can seem like your worst enemy, but in reality, it is your best friend. It will take care of you like nothing else can, and it will put you on the path to strength, to health, to intelligence, to happiness, and most important, discipline will put you on the path to freedom. That was the core message that I gathered from the book. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.